All right, my man. State your name and let them know you on Real Talk with Nick.
Yo, my name is Lou Mello. I'm on Real Talk with Nick.
Nick fan.
Nick fan all day, yeah.
All right, so when I ask you who's your favorite player on the Knicks currently playing, who would you say?
Man, that's a tough one, but I gotta say R.J. Barrett.
R.J. Barrett.
Yeah.
What you like about R.J. Barrett's game, man? When we speak of his growth, man.
I think. Well, I like that he's aggressive. He's been going to the hole more, and he's worked on the jump shot. The jump shot got also gotten better.
Yeah.
That's what I like about his game. He's getting better. So you see the progress in his game advancing.
Okay. Was you upset during the draft when we speak of RJ's draft class when you had RJ, Morant, Zion Williams? Was he your top selection as far as coming to New York?
I think because of what I was upset about was the fact that we didn't get the number one. So we ended up number 3 that year, right? So
right.
It went. Morant went right before us.
Right.
That's what I was upset about. When you look back in hindsight, it's like, damn, man, we could have had Morant. You know what I'm saying? We could have had, and even not getting number 1, Zion, because Zion, he hasn't played the whole time. He's only played like 60 games, I think, in 3 years. I don't even know, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
but he's not happy with the Pelicans,
He's not happy with the Pelicans, but imagine he would have came to the Knicks and not played for the past 3 years. You know what I'm saying? That would have been terrible.
Okay.
So that's what I'm at. What I'm mad about is the fact that we fell to number 3 and couldn't get Morant. But we got R.J. Barrett. He's a problem. He gets buckets. That's his thing.
Okay.
He gotta be more consistent though.
All right. And when you say he needs to be more consistent, in what way?
He gotta score, have dominant games more consecutively. He gotta have a power season. He gotta come back this year, work on the jump shot more, be more aggressive, get to the free throw line more. And it got to be his team because we don't know what's going on with Julius Randle right now. Julius Randle, he had a up and down year. He had some good moments, but he also had a lot of lows where, he wasn't in there mentally, I think, it looks like. And it took away from the team because you had to kind of regroup after all those.
And you talking about Randle?
I'm talking about Randle.
Now, what do you say to those who say that Randle's playing like a point forward?
I mean, it's just the NBA now. You got.
Is that a new position? Do you see more power forwards emulating a point guard?
It's just the NBA now. Like you got Giannis getting the rebound and bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? That's just what the NBA is right now. So I mean, you get the rebound and you can start the break. That's a plus in the NBA now because it's a fast game. So the point forward. I mean, it goes back to Magic, right? Magic, Oscar Robertson. Those are original point forwards, right? So it's just evolved now to, that's what it is. That's what the NBA is, man. You got to be able to be versatile, push the rock, get to the hole.
So you're not concerned with Julius Randle style of play, but he turned the rock over. Some say a little bit too much.
What I'm concerned with his style of play is his mental. His thing is more of a mental thing. When he lock in, it's a problem. But he sometimes loses focus. That's my personal opinion about Julius Randle. I think he's a good player. He's solid. But he loses his mental focus, and it kind of drags the team because they're trying to regroup him, and everybody got to regroup. He got to stay on task. You got to know what the task is. Forget about the rest. Forget about the crowd. Forget about the fans. Giving fans a middle finger. Like, you got to be in the game. Like, you got to be focused, locked in.
Okay. Now, when we speak of point guards, Knicks need a point guard. Should we go in the draft and look for one? I'm hearing something about Ivory. Jalen Ivory.
I got to do my draft homework. I don't really know who's really out there right now, but it don't matter who the Knicks get. We need somebody that's going to be, first of all, have that New York style that we like. Because a lot of times we draft players and they just don't fit in. Like we need a player that's going to be aggressive, that's going to be gritty, that's going to, score, be a little flashy, entertaining. Who is that in the draft? I don't know. I got to do some draft homework on that, but
well, I'm hearing about Jalen Rose, who they're comparing him to that of a John Morant style type of player. I think he come out of Kentucky, if I'm not, or Duke, one of the two. I'm not quite sure because I don't follow college ball.
Yeah,
I need to get more into that because these are our future players, So nigga really got some homework on that end. But let's talk about combo guards, shooting guards like Emmanuel quickly. Some say he got flashes of being our point guard. They say, he could very well be the Knicks point guard solution if we get someone to mentor and work with him.
Yeah, no. He was somebody that showed a lot of growth this year. At the beginning of the season, he started off a little inconsistent, but as the season went on, his shot got better. He was kind of like the go-to person off the bench. He was kind of like the person that Thibodeau had to trust in late game situations, and he hit a lot of big shots. The thing about him is that he's a smaller guard. You we got guys like Luka out there. They big. They run the show at 6'6".
Yeah.
They probably list him at 6'4", but he's probably taller than that. He's a beast. Like, we need a big guard. We need a big, flashy, aggressive, go to the hole, nice shot. That's the New York style that we need. We need a guard like that. I gotta do my draft homework. To really give you some names.
Okay.
But that's what New York needs. We need somebody like that, and that's what I like about R.J. Barrett is that he has that. He has those instances where he's cracking somebody off the dribble and going to the bucket and catching a bang on somebody.
Would you say R.J. is the franchise of the team?
Right now he is, because we don't really know what's going on with Julius Randle. Some people saying he on the trade block. Which we could probably get some good pieces for him, but then what we really trying to do.
A lot of New Yorkers is pissed with Randle, man.
Yeah, New York.
Because they saying that it was all good when we were screaming MVP, and then the reason as soon as he get criticized and he hit a critique from New Yorkers, he want to put the thumbs down and so forth, and then some say he just can't handle the media, the New York media.
I mean, you got to look at Julius Randle two ways, right? The year before that he had a phenomenal year.
Right.
He was trying to get paid, right? So then he got paid, and then he had the season he had this season. So it was kind of like up and down.
So are you saying?
Rocky. I mean, if I'm looking at it,
he got the money and got lax.
If you're looking at it, comparing the years, that's what I would say. But maybe it was just defenses were more keyed in on him, and maybe the game plans changed, But he just has to be more consistent, and like I said, his problem is mental. He got to be more locked in mental. He gotta stay in his zone. He gotta stay in his lane and just go ball, yo.
So you saying keep him? You don't want to trade him?
I mean, if there's somebody good available that we could get for him, like who phone's always open. You know what I'm saying? Like if we could get somebody better, for Julius Randle, I would listen. You always got to listen.
Okay. Now, what do you say to those who say that we need to get rid of Julius Randle because he's going to hinder the growth of Obi Toppin? Because they both play the same position when you speak of the power forward, right?
Yeah, and Obi stepped up. Like, he had big games on the games where Randle was out, either because he was out for I don't even remember, suspension or whatever. He missed games.
Right.
Obi had some big games late in the season, And,
yeah, two 35-point games and
he
40-point plus.
He improved that corner shot because that's the shot that was always open for him. He got better at that. So I mean, if he continues to get better, I'm not looking at their summer workouts and stuff like that, but if he comes back with those things improved, then like I said, Julius Randle is an asset. Like, he could trade him, he could make another team. He's definitely gonna make another team better. A veteran team that's close to competing for the championship, they'll be interested. But it's who we gonna get? Like, what are you gonna get? Obi Toppin he's a good player, but we got to get somebody good if we're gonna get rid of Randle. Like, somebody just as good. Right.
Okay. And back to that point guard position, man. Do you think Emmanuel Quickly could be workable to becoming a point guard? Someone said if Mark Jackson was the coach, that he would be able to make a Steph out of Quickly.
I mean, a lot of people. Well, first of all, the thing that is great that everybody loves about Quickly is that he's from New York. He's one of us. He's from here. So we want him to do good. We want him to succeed. We want him to take that throne. But he has his work cut off for him. He has to get stronger, and he has to continue to improve his shot.
Okay. Now I want to speak of Nick sentence. Your boy, Mitchell Robinson.
He's an offensive rebounding machine. That's what I like about Mitchell Robinson. He just likes to rebound. He does all the dirty work. He nasty. He be giving people the.
I mean, you don't like his defensive game?
That's what I'm talking about. He does all the dirty work. His defense. He's blocking people out the paint. He's that little streak that he was out that we missed him. Like, it really hurt us because we were trying to find that that grit. You know, he plays with that.
Right.
know?
And you don't think Noel possessed that type of game?
Noel does, but he's smaller than him. He's shorter than him, and it's not the same. Like they don't rebound the same. Like Noel is a great shot blocker, but Robinson, he's just, you gotta watch him. Like, you know, he takes up a lot of space when he's rebounding, and he slaps a lot of balls out. He's a good. What's good about him is that he's a good rebounder, and it has kept us in a lot of games because he's such a good rebounder.
All right, now there's room for improvement when we speak of any player game on the floor. If you had to critique Mitchell Robinson game when we speak of the center position, what would you point out that he needs to work on?
Damn, it's hard to critique Mitchell Robinson because not in a way it's hard because he was a second round draft pick, right? He came from the second round, so in a lot of ways he's overachieving. Like right now he just got himself into the mix to get a big contract, right? So what I would critique about him, or I would say that he needs to improve at, number one, he needs to continue to get stronger, get a little bit more stronger, and also improve his offense a little bit, get some more offensive moves. I think that, you know, the way that the offense is set up for the Knicks, they don't really do a lot of, like, you know, plays for Robinson. But if he could get better on offense, always improve his jump shot, maybe 15, 18-footer, add that to his game. And he, you know, he can still get better. He's still getting better. Those are the things that I would say he needs to improve on. That would be my critique of him. He needs to become a better, stronger offensive player and become physically stronger.
And you're saying he's an overachiever at the same time because he didn't have too much of a college.
No, I'm saying a lot of people probably didn't pick him to be in the league this long. So that's what I mean by overachiever. Like, you know, there's a lot of games where he's grabbing 20 rebounds. He's averaging probably, I think it's like 9 rebounds a game. I might be wrong on that. I don't remember the stats, but he's a strong rebounder. So, you know, it's hard for a second-round draft pick big man to really blow up in the league. Like, not too many people do that. Second-round draft pick that is an MVP now. Jokic, you know, he's an overachiever too. Like, but he put the work in. So Robinson has put the work in. That's what I mean by overachieving. Like, nobody expected him to become what he has become.
Okay.
I mean.
Now I'm gonna go with coaching, man. Are you a fan of Tom Thibodeau coaching style, man? Some say he's a great coach. Some on the same coin, flip the coin, they say he run his players to the ground.
Yeah.
He don't develop the youth.
Personally, I'm not a Tibbs fan because of the style of offense that he plays. It's so slowed down and, you know, kind of boring sometimes. Like, you know, you want to look at teams like Golden State. They got that motion offense. Everybody's always moving. But with Tibbs, it's like a grind. Like, it's really a grind. Like, you know, the games be so low scoring, but it's all about the defense, which I like. I think that the defense is great. But I'm not a big Tibbs fan. But as far as culture and showing people how to show up to work and you know, bring your best, he knows how to bring that out of people. So that's the one thing that I do like about him. But as far as like his offensive style, I don't like that. I don't like that. Maybe it's just because of the players that he has. But I've never liked his style as far as, you know, he slows it up too much. It's a slower game with him. It's a slower tempo, slower pace.
Slower pace.
Yeah.
All right. So once again, being that we on the subject of Tibbs' coaching style and how he don't really put too much emphasis on the youth, he always vets first.
Yeah.
Do you think that is gonna hurt us at the end? Because we need young, fresh legs, man.
I don't know. Like, see, some of those things that you gotta just watch how the season is going, how it plays out.
Yeah.
I think this season we had the injuries, and then maybe it was a little too much. Maybe Randle did maybe have a little too much of Tibbs in his face. Maybe that was part of the mental.
Right.
You know, maybe like you said, people get tired of that. People get tired of you know, too much in your face, too much intensity. It doesn't work for everybody. You know?
Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm not. I'm gonna do it with the fellas.
Okay. And when we speak of players like Evan Fournier, keep him or package him?
Yo, I mean he.
I
don't know, man. And like I said, he one of those, like, if you could get somebody better, like, let's do it.
Because we got Cam Reddish. There's another one. He didn't get too much playing time.
Yeah, Cam Reddish. He got to work. He got to get in the gym this summer. He got to get better. He got to get better.
All right, and
He got hurt also, right? He got hurt. Didn't he get hurt?
Yeah, he did. And this is the nail in the coffin, man. We done. There's talks about Emmanuel Quickly being seen hanging out with Donovan Mitchell. Now, we all hear the talks about Donovan Mitchell potentially coming to the New York Knicks. Do you think it would be a good fit to have Donovan Mitchell?
Yo, like I said, those are the hometown boys right there, right? If we could get Mitchell, that would be dope because we got somebody from the New York area, somebody that's been here. Like he played in all types of tournaments in the New York City area. Dykeman, probably played at Rutgers. I know he played at Dykeman, but they from the hood. They from here. They from here. So we want them to come to our team. Donovan Mitchell is another good player. Like,
yeah,
we could get him. That'll be good. But Donovan Mitchell also got to take his game to the next level because he kind of plateaued out in Utah.
Do you think he'd be able to handle the media in New York?
I think he would. Why not? He's from New York. He knows what it is.
And that's what it is, man. I want to thank the OG for coming on Real Talk with Nick.
Good looking.
We out here in Harlem
No
talking
pain.
nothing but
We out here.
hey, that's what it is, baby. And we out. Peace.
Thank you.